Notice how women only talk about the guy that cheated on them, never about the guy who got them flowers. Play your cards right.
I think moms are worse at that than dads are. I think dads are really good at letting kids suffer, and moms aren't good at letting their kids suffer.
I don't like the word suffer because
Exactly.
that sounds bad.
Me either.
Suffering a little bit is good. Like being a little bit hungry, that's good. So you're not, hear me out. Hear me out though, because it's like if Phoebe's constantly asking for snacks and you're like, here's an apple, here's a candy bar, here's a granola bar, here's a banana, here's a yogurt. Then when it comes to mealtime, she's like, no, I'm good. I'll just ask for ice cream later and you'll give it to me. But it's like, no, you be hungry so that at dinner time, you're hungry to eat.
Yeah.
Like being hungry is a good thing. Having that negative side of emotions is good for them in the long run.
I have had so many sweet, well-intentioned women be like, oh my God, don't even worry about dating again. Okay, you're so pretty. You're going to be fine. You'll find someone in no time. But I'm not. I'm not going to be fine because I am something that I like to call girl pretty. Girl pretty is when girls recognize the prettiness within each other. Okay, so like if I see an influencer and I think she's pretty and I find her aspirational, girl pretty. And then there's guy pretty, what men find traditionally attractive. And here's the thing, I am not guy pretty. Men do not find me attractive. Period. End of story. So historically, dating straight men has been really hard for me because men aren't interested in me. And this is something when I tell women in my life, they're like, this is literally not true. You're insane. And I'm not fishing for compliments. I swear it is. And I am telling you the concept of girl pretty versus guy pretty are very real. And if you've heard of it, let me know. If you've experienced it, let me know. But I swear it's a very real phenomenon. I accept that it's going to take me a while to find someone and I'm not traditionally attractive. And that's fine. It's fine.
I used to be a certified man hater through and through since a child. Every woman in my life, if that ain't build you a house, roll out a red carpet, pay for your bills, he don't deserve no motherfucking Gucci. That was until Miss Ma'am left me because I couldn't pay for her nails. Now, look, the economy is whooping our as a community. Okay, and you're probably saying, hypocrite, you're not wrong. Because every time I buy a meal, I gotta buy you a meal too. Get a job, get a job. Right? And then I was like, okay, I just get this money. I just work on me, and the woman that's for me will come. I gotta lock in and get this money. Or the girls could bring their, and then I was like, I should never tell a woman to bring her standards down. I just need to rise to the occasion. But I see the discourse. I see why everybody's at everybody's throat, why the girls is like, make more money. The boys is like, y'all asking for a lot. I get it.
I know this doesn't apply to every single straight man, but I have a theory that many single straight men do not leave their house. Truly, like, I don't think they do anything. Because I swear I never see them in the wild like where I am. Like if you go to a farmer's market, you go to like a cute little outing, you see men who are with their girlfriends. You don't just see like a single man walking around. And I think all they do with their time, I think they go to the gym, if they do that. They go golfing maybe, and they go to sporting events. Because I was at a hockey game last night, and there was quite a lot of men, most I'd seen in a while. And I don't think they do much. I don't think they get out often. And we're talking about this like loneliness epidemic, but are men just bored out of their mind? Because they don't do any cute, fun things until they get girlfriends? If any straight single men see this, please let me know, because all the single girlies are wanting to know where you guys go, where you hang out, what you do. And I think you might just be in your house. Maybe just hitting up those video games. Please confirm or deny.
What does it mean when I cannot be productive if my boyfriend is here? If he's gone, oh my gosh, I got a hair mask in, I'm doing laundry, I'm washing the sheets, I'm cleaning up, I'm vacuuming, I'm doing everything on my to-do list, I'm doing my taxes for next year. But if he's here, I'm lazy, I'm a slob, I can't do anything. But as soon as he leaves, my brain's like, oh, perfect, time to do everything you need to do. Like, what is that?
What's your name? What's your name? He just booted my friend's car for no reason. He a snitch. He got this snitch up. They literally parked in Pizza Hut. And he over here asking, oh, where they at? You was some snitch at. What's your name?
They don't get no better than that, right, bro? No. You want to get a shot? No. Oh, it's not okay? Step back, sir. Oh, good. Thank you. I'm right first.
Well, I mean, you came out there for attention, and that's exactly what you got. There's no need to call anybody a weirdo. Look what you're wearing. I mean, modern women always try to blame men for the stuff that they're doing, for the positions that they put themselves in. And then when they get a reaction, all of a sudden, it's another person's fault. So let me get this straight. He's a weirdo, and I'm looking at your profile pic up here on Instagram, but he's the weirdo? It's got to be a joke. This has to be a joke. I know this is a joke. I mean, you see you're in the black dress right here. This is you. And he's the weirdo. It's got to be. I know it's a joke. I know there's an OF somewhere. I just can't find it. I mean, down here, young lady in the white dress. I mean, listen, dude. This you out in the snow, but he's a weirdo? I'm about to get upset. Let me go ahead and cut this off. I'm about to get upset because y'all be trying to make men look bad, but here y'all are begging for it in any way. I'm done.
I was watching something today on TikTok and this girl was like, we need to just, at the back of our minds as women, we need to prepare for the switch up. Because you can sit there and you can do the dating right. You will close your legs for 5 months, 6 months. You will hold your leg. You will think, wow, this is a nice guy. He's buying me this. He's looking after me. He calls me every day. He's paying my this. He's handsome. He's attentive. He's husband. The minute you do pickles, you will see a whole new human being.
I don't think this is the reason why men switch. I think that literally men know from the moment, and a guy friend said this to me, as guys, we know from the moment when we meet girls what category we're putting that girl in. They know sex is the cheapest thing anybody can offer anybody right now.
Yeah.
Sex has become so cheap. Because as a guy is getting dressed from your house, there's a girl that's like, babe, am I seeing you tonight? It has become so cheap. Men will tell you as they are with you, dropping you off after the cinema, there's a girl if they want her to come and spend the night at 2 a.m.
What are you thinking?
Wait,
what's my name?
It's a good question. What's your opinion on sushi?
I love sushi.
Done. Well, I'll take you to a nice sushi spot.
Do you remember my name, Alex?
Of course.
What is it?
What'd you say?
What is it?
Hello?
Hello?
I honestly don't even think you care about him knowing your name. You just care about the sushi.
Who do you think love unconditional more, men or women?
Men by nature. I feel like men wake up with us in mind.
Thank you.
I'm talking men. I'm talking men though, not boys.
Thank you.
Not
That's
males.
The truth, bro. That's the
not
truth,
not
bro.
males, not boys. Men wake up with women in mind. They do it even if they're not happy with their woman because they're unconditionally loving that woman. Like, damn, you ain't been acting right. You ain't been giving me none. I can't remember the last time I got a massage. Can't remember the last time you rubbed my feet. But I'm still gonna make sure we got this roof. I'm making sure you're eating. I'm making sure that I'm providing for you. I'll give you whatever affection you need. Even though I can't remember the last time you poured into me, my glass is almost empty and I'm still pouring. That's men loving unconditionally.
Y'all can't even let a bitch sleep. Y'all can't even let her catch up on her sleep. Okay, so the story starts because earlier on in the day, I had called him 2 times or 3 times and he didn't answer the phone. Like hours went by and then he texts me and he's like, I think I've missed your call. I've been doing my annual certifications for work or something. And I'm like, why are you texting me back instead of calling me back? So boom, at this point, I'm crazy. I'm already thinking he already acting weird. So I go out with my friends and then later on in the day, after the club, I want to say it was like 1 a.m. I started calling him. He didn't answer. And so I'm like, that's weird. Well, I keep calling him for like 2 hours. I got another hour. Like I didn't leave the club until like 2 something in the morning. So I had been calling him since like 1 a.m. Technically since earlier on the day when he didn't answer his phone. So he's still not answering. So when the club ends, I say, oh, okay, I'm just going to go to that house. So the club ended. I pulled up on him. I called him literally, I swear to God, I called him 54 times back to back to back. Even if you sleep, if my phone rang 54 times, I'm not asleep no more. What the fuck? So after the 54th time, I pulled up to his house. I parked the car in the front. He has a Ring doorbell camera. So I'm like, he's going to see me. Bang on the door. Bang on the door, bang on the door, bang on the door. Nobody answered. I'm like banging on the door like the police for 20 minutes. Don't nobody in the house come to the door. All right, cool. I go sit in my car. I'm calling him. I sit in my car. I look up. I see a car parked in the driveway that I never seen before. And so now I'm like, I'm in the car trying to Google the license plate. I can't find nothing out. So I'm like, all right, we just gonna have to play the waiting game. I get comfortable in my car. Usually he wakes up about 4 or 5 a.m. to like talk to his family in Africa. So I'm like, it's 3 o'clock, about 5 a.m. he's gonna be up, and then I'm gonna be able to go inside. So I go to sleep in the car. I wake up, it's motherfucking 6 o'clock in the morning. I said, oh, ain't no way he let me sleep out here this long. So about 6 o'clock, I get up in the car. I'm looking around, call him a couple times, knock on the door again, nobody comes. Go back in my car. At this point, I'm committed. I'm not going home. It's freezing cold out here. I'm huddled up in my coat. I don't care. I'm not going home. I'm leaving here with something. So I'm sitting in the car, and then right about 7 something, I hear a door close. So I look up, and one of his male friends, are leaving the house. They get in the car, they look at me, see me, and before I could get out the car to say, can you let me in the house? They drive off. Okay. So I had nothing to do but to just sit there. Mind you now, this is a man that's always up 6, 7, 5 o'clock in the morning. 9 o'clock, he calls me, and he's like, no, I call him, and finally he picks up the phone, and he's like, hey, what's up? I've been sleeping outside since 3 a.m. That's what's up. So I'm talking to him. He's like, oh, he's asleep. And I was like, okay, cool. So just, can you let me in the house right now? He's like, oh no, I'm at my cousin's house, but your car is outside. Oh, my friend dropped me off and took my car back to my house. Why would he do that? Okay. So he has remote locks on his door. So I'm like, can you just unlock it from the app? The app doesn't work. It hasn't been working. He's like, okay, let me call my friend, tell him he can come back to the house. He got a key, he can let you in. Hangs up the phone, calls back, and it's like, oh, my friend said, mind you, the friend that just left, oh, my friend said he's not near the house right now. He'll let me know when he get home. They thought I need to come home now. He's like, oh, you can come to my cousin's house. And I'm like, no, because his cousins are like grown up, like they're older cousins. And I'm like, I'm not going there because I have my club outfit on still. I'm like, I'm not going to meet your cousins that dress like this. And he was like, no, don't worry. Just come. I'm like, bitch, you trying to get me to leave from in front of the house so you can sneak that bitch out the back. Hell no. So I'm like, no, yeah, I'm not coming to your cousin's house dressed like this. So he's like, all right, cool. We're getting ready to go to church. We got to be to church in 2 hours. So just let me know what happens. As I'm sitting there, because I'm not leaving until a nigga come out of the house. So I get into this house. His friend comes back, looks at me, goes in the garage, in the house, closes the door, doesn't say anything. I'm like, okay, he must be going around to the front to unlock the front door. So I go to the front door, the door's still locked. So I'm like, all right, maybe he just forgot. So I'm banging on the door. He don't come to the door. But now I'm confused because I thought you told your friend to let me in when he got home. Yet he's ignoring the door. He know I'm out here. So I call him, no answer. I'm calling. All of a sudden, again, now he can't answer the phone. He texts me and he's like, oh, what's up? I'm at church. I'll let you know when my friend gets home. I said, your friend is already home and you know that. That's why you're not answering the phone. Your friend is already home. Somebody come open the door. And how you at church when you told me church didn't start for 2 hours? I didn't get off the phone with you for like an hour. It hasn't even been an hour since you said church was in 2 hours. Also, he told me he doesn't go to church till 11. His church starts at 11. So why you at church at 10 o'clock? You deep in the church too, because you can't even answer the phone. You're lying. You're in the house and you know your friend got home. That's why you're not answering the motherfucking phone. So I said, bitch, answer this motherfucking door. Somebody answer this door or I'm going to slash every tire that's out here and I'm calling the police to do a welfare check. Because at this point, I'm pissed the fuck off. Y'all are in there playing. So he on the phone talking about, not on the phone, but he texted me talking about, oh, like I said, when my friend gets there, I'll let you know. Bitch, your friend is already here. How y'all playing around in this motherfucker? I don't like that. And he's like, all right, do what you want to do. So, baby, I called the police. I did what any crazy bitch would do. I've been out here since 3 o'clock. You think I'm going to just leave? I call the police. I pretend to leave. I go across the street, park, and watch. So I'm sitting there for like an hour. Nobody comes out. The police don't show up. So I just go home. At this point, it's like 12 p.m. in the afternoon. So I've been up all day long. I've been at his house waiting for him to open the door since 3 a.m. I'm just not sitting here no more. I can't. He won this one, okay? There's nothing I can do. I can't break into the house. He won that one. My thing really is just like, cheating is okay. It's not okay, but like cheating is one thing. But watching me, letting me stay outside in the freezing cold for 7 hours is a whole other thing. That's where you got me. So yeah, y'all, I don't know if it was a bitch in there or not. I couldn't hold on no longer, man. I had to pee. My phone died. I was running out of gas in my car. I was hungry. I had to go. So yeah.
It's minus 20 degrees. I'm just going to work. It's crazy. It's too cold. Look at this. What the hell am I doing? I need Trump to buy the Canada so I can live happily ever after in Florida. Okay, guys? Yes.
Would you sacrifice your family for your happiness, or would you sacrifice your happiness for your family?
If I'm not happy, no.
What about you?
I would definitely go for my happiness, because what is life about if we're not trying to be happy?
And what about you?
I've actually been there and done that, and I did choose my happiness, and I'm happy I did.
With all of your answers, this is the reason why women initiate 70 to 80% of the divorces, because you prioritize your happiness over your family. Marriage, to be honest, isn't about happiness. Marriage is about purpose and duty. Happiness is fleeting. It's up and down, meaning that you're happy at one moment and then you're not happy another moment. Men, we could be unhappy. We act despite how we feel. There's guys that suffer in sexless relationships, sexless marriages, and still stay with that woman.
You have one life to live. Why would you sit there and be miserable for the rest of your life?
Men, we don't think the world revolves around us. Like, men really love a girl. You just love that man based off how you feel. I think the only thing you do love is your feelings. Men, we don't prioritize the way we feel. We prioritize what's real, and that's family, that's the woman, that's the children. So we'll sacrifice our happiness for a relationship without a...
This is how I found out I was the side chick. So I dated an older guy for about 6 months. We met at a hotel bar. For context, I am 24 and he is 50. We were together for about 6 months, and I never suspected of anything because we were always at his house almost every day too. There were no signs of other women. There was no signs of him having a girlfriend, a wife, nothing. So how could I have known? I mean, there were no signs, no ring, no anything. There's this one time where he went and took a shower and I had never gone through his phone. He always used to take it to the shower with him, but he didn't this time. He probably forgot, and I heard it buzz. And it was inside of his coat's pocket. So I checked, and there was a text message. The name was just Hannah, and it was, "Don't forget our dinner plans with my parents Friday night." What? I was like, okay, who's Hannah? Then I found inside of his pocket too a wedding ring. Okay, this has to be what I think it is. I mean, there's no other explanation. He came out of the shower and I immediately confront him. I show him the ring and I was like, what is this? He's like, I love you, but I am married. Wait, you're married, but you asked me to be your girlfriend 6 months ago, so the math is not mathing. Basically said that he loves his wife, but he loves me too, and he can't live his wife because he has kids. This man is a father. And his kids are my age. Actually, his son is 22, so he's actually younger than me, but that is weird. He's basically a compulsive liar because we would talk about having kids, and it's my dream to be a mother. And he's like, oh, I want to be a dad so bad. I'm like 50 and it's my dream. Obviously telling him like we're done. To justify the house that we were always at, he has a lot of money. That was basically a house that neither his wife nor anybody knew of. I guess he has that house to live a parallel life with me. I really am not with this man for money. I mean, obviously that counts, but like, I really fell in love with him, and he's like, I can't not leave her. Like, that's not even a possibility. So you either accept this how it is, or were over. I wasn't gonna stay with him, like, even if he wanted to, even if he said he was gonna leave his wife. I mean, why would I stay with a compulsive liar? I didn't feel like I could live peacefully without telling his wife, so that is what I did. I go to Facebook and I search Hannah on his friends list. Yeah, he still uses Facebook. I basically put in the message everything. She's like, who are you? Why are you saying these things? Why are you spreading lies? You're not gonna call me a liar. And I sent her a bunch of our pictures together. So yeah, they filed for a divorce. He's getting divorced, so now he doesn't have me nor her.
Men are really simple creatures. If you want to keep a man, he likes respect, keep his balls drained, keep his stomach fed, and give him peace.
That was actually
Yes! That was what?
that was my question for the panel. I was gonna ask what do men want? She just literally named every single thing.
Canada is broken, guys. With the war trade going on with Trump, with the 25 tariffs, I'm actively looking for someone who wants to marry me from America or Europe. I can see myself in Florida drinking mocktails or in the south of France. Someone help a fellow Canadian. Someone help me.
Get ready with me for a first date, or if it doesn't happen, I'm going out. It's a win-win situation. So I have another first Hinge date tonight. It started off pretty promising, honestly. Like, he's really cute. And what we're supposed to be doing is super cute. I will update y'all if it actually happens. He's supposed to be picking me up in an hour and a half. And usually the last couple dates that I've been on, I've been meeting the guy there. So honestly, I feel like it'd be less awkward if he comes pick me up. It's actually not a dinner date either, which I think I'm very, very excited about that. So in New Orleans, there's this thing called Christmas in the Oaks, and it's like basically in City Park. And it's a bunch of like oak trees with like lights, and it's decorated, and then it goes into like the gardens, and it's like just all super decorated Christmassy. And he was like, how about Christmas in the Oaks with hot chocolate? And I was like, yes, that's so cute. Then he asked about like what time would be good for me, and I was like, I'm free after 6. He was like, perfect, I'll come pick you up at 6:30. Okay. Now, why I say it may not happen is because we kind of planned this yesterday, and I haven't really heard from him today. So is he ghosting me, or is he just like, super busy? Like, if I actually don't end up hearing from him, then like I'm just going out and I'm gonna go meet my friends and stuff. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It would be a really fun date, so that's why I'm like still like getting ready. Also, I never expected me to go on this many dates. Like, I'm very surprised. It's been 3. We have to calm down, but still, that's 3 more than I've ever had. I think what I want to start doing is like updating y'all like the next day and just like not caring. Like, I was like, I don't want to put like the info out like if it went bad, but like I don't care. You know how I know I've grown is because Maddie a year ago would be like, oh my God, did I do something wrong? Because like, why hasn't he texted me yet? Maddie now is like, boys are weird. Like, that is like the biggest takeaway is that boys are just weird sometimes, and it's never your fault, babe. It's never your fault. Because girls are perfect. So, and then you're probably like, Maddie, why don't you just text him and confirm? Because like, also, it's also always the guy's job to confirm. And also, my ego's too big, and if he doesn't respond to me, I'd rather just not know. Lip liner is NYX Los Angeles. If you don't have it, you need it. Nothing crazy. Now I have to find an outfit. I switched to this turtleneck, and then I put my cross because we need Jesus, because he still has not texted me. Okay, so I think I like this. It's like cozy. I still have hope, but the hope is just getting smaller and smaller. Okay, besties, it is officially an hour past when he was supposed to pick me up, so we are officially stood up. But it's okay, because we have dinner reservations at 8:30, and then we're going out after. This is the fit, because we had to change. So cute, leather shorts, and then some leopard heels. But yeah, never, ever let a man ruin your night, okay? On to the next. Love y'all.
Nice fit, but like you were saying, you mentioned you probably have a really big ego, and maybe he's a jerk for doing what he did, but yeah, sounds like Maddie's got some work to do. A little bit more work to do. A little bit more humbleness, a little bit more meekness. Probably be great on your end. So
older men only talk to young girls so they can manipulate
and have control of the situation. There's nothing that a 30-year-old man and a 19-year-old or 20-year-old have in common. That's crazy. And then when the older women try to warn us young girls, because I'm young myself, when they try to warn us, y'all get on here and be like, oh yeah, they're bitter, they're this and that. But they're not bitter, y'all. They're just looking out for us. Think about it. Why is he not with someone his age? Why is he with a child? I don't care what nobody say. 18, 19, 20. I feel like that's not really an adult for real. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us still live with our mamas. A lot of us don't have no real bills, so we're not bringing grown women pressure. A lot of us only just want our hair did and our nails did. So yeah, he down for that because he's cheap. He's cheap. He don't want them real pressures of paying bills and really handling business for real. You know what I'm saying? Two, our name be so good and fresh. Our credit be so good and fresh. So now he's trying to use you to put stuff in your name for him. Like, y'all gotta really pay attention sometimes. Think about it. Why is he not with somebody that's his age? These older men, they be predators. They be preying on us young girls so they can use us. And don't believe me if you don't want to, but I know what I'm saying is true.
Thinking of a dude right now that was around that age when he met his wife, when she was around that age. She might have been just a little bit younger, maybe a little bit younger, maybe a year actually younger. They have 2 kids now. And yeah, going to church, doing the family thing, living life. So, nice guy, really nice man.
What's your name? What's your name? He just booted my friend's car for no reason. He a snitch. He got this snitch ass job. They literally parked in Pizza Hut, and he over here asking, "Oh, where they at?" You was some snitch ass. What's your name?
There's a lady in the comments that said, "How are y'all mad at him for doing his job? What's wrong with y'all?" I guess I have the same question.
I have a question for men. I just watched this entrepreneurial guy that posts on here all the time give this insight into men and women in social media. He said, and this is where I want men to pipe in here and tell me if they think this is accurate. If women are happy in their relationship, they'll likely post their man more. If men are happy in a relationship, they'll likely post their women less. That seems very odd to me, right? You would think you want to show them off. You want to also give the perception that you are taken, right? In my head, this is what I think as a woman. But he said, if you post your woman all the time, and let's say you have a 10, you don't want to risk other guys seeing her and trying to take her from you. I feel like that seems very insecure of a guy to have that mindset. But maybe I'm wrong because I'm not a man. So I really want to know what the guys' opinions are on this, because I feel like that seems wild. Like, if I'm in a relationship and all of a sudden my guy stops posting and like doesn't all of a sudden stops posting pictures of us or me or whatever, that just seems like it's going south. But clearly I may be wrong, so I need to know. Men, let me know in the comments, please.
Maybe some men just don't put that much stock in social media, so they don't post at all. Maybe that's a thing.
For anyone that doesn't know, recently a creator called Bonnie Blue and I had started talking about schoolies, and that we're going to go to schoolies and we were going to be intimate with 18-year-olds on schoolies and film it and sell it on our platform. So about 3 weeks before schoolies, we started promoting it and like putting content out there saying, can't wait to get railed by you, blah, 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 whatever. We did use specific phrasing such as, we're going to be filming with barely legal 18-year-olds. And like now I can sort of see why the uproar occurred. But at the same time, the key term is like 18-year-old in that, and legal. So anyway, we call them Karens. So the Karens interfered and ended up contacting the government, who revoked Bonnie's visa to Australia, which is really sad. So she was over in the UK at the time, and then so she couldn't come back to Australia. And then Bonnie and I were like, right, what are we going to do? Like, Bonnie sort of said, I'm going to go to Fiji. We said, we're going to do this together. I'm not making this happen. So we go to Fiji and we get there and we're kind of like keeping it hush hush, but we're kind of putting a few hints out there. And then obviously very quickly people caught on that we were in Fiji. And so we managed to achieve what we came to achieve. But on the third day we were heading out to film, and our publicist actually called us and was like, I've just seen a news article that said that the Fijian government and police are on their way to arrest you.
Honestly, as they should. Wherever country you were in the first place, they didn't want you there, and you went ahead and did it. Maybe, I think it was Australia, actually. They didn't want you there doing that type of stuff. People were in an uproar. You decided to go to another island, an island that you get water, a lot of tourists go to. And then you decide you're going to put a stain on that island with this type of news. Why would they want that? Why would they want their tourists seeing that type of news so they can turn right back around? Oh, flight was going this way. Hey, pilot, can you please hook it to the left and let's go somewhere else, please? You're ruining their money based off of the foolishness that you're up to.